This is the largest market in the world. So the US takes about 60% of the supply of this particular vehicle.
Most on the West Coast or spread out?
It's spread out, but sales are East Coast down into Florida and of course West Coast. We said before, if California was a country, it'd be our 5th or 6th largest market in the world. So that tells you something. So we're bringing this car now with its mid-cycle. So we've done some changes to the front. We've changed the grills, we've changed the bumpers, lots of detailing on the inside of the car, tweaked the suspension, made it a little more racy for those who want to be more sporty, and of course a lot more luxury for the ones who want a bit more luxury. So you really get the choice, and I'm delighted here in the US as well that if you really want individualization, we can put you in touch with a designer in DesignWorks in California.
See, there you go.
And they will tailor a special car just for you. The right color, just for you. The right leathers, the right materials, just for you. And I think here in the US, we'll get quite a lot of people to take that up.
When you look at this market right now, and this is going to be coming in the second quarter, you had sales topping 330,000 last year. #1 again in the US. You've been #1 globally for 10 years running. Do you look at this market and say, we're close to a top, or do you look at it and say, no, we can edge higher from here?
Yeah, we think there's still momentum in this market. We still see a lot of confidence in the retail segment. But we also see that there are some headwinds around the world, and the US gets affected by that. But all in all, we think there's going to be single-digit growth as we come into this year. We bring a lot of new product. That always excites. And across the range, with Mini now bringing new product into the marketplace as well, I think we can build on last year's success.
You've added capacity in Spartanburg. Yet there is a growing chatter in the industry that when you look at the capacity in North America, and I know each brand is different, when you look at that capacity, we're good for 2 or 3 years, but further out we may have to see more lines being added. Do you agree with that?
Well, I can remember back at this show in, I think, 2009, where I announced we were going to invest $1 billion in Spartanburg at that time, and that was going to take production over 300,000. That year, a few people were saying maybe capacity in North America is something we don't want to talk about.
Exactly.
We were confident. Last year we announced we would take Spartanburg to 450,000 by 2016. That will make it the largest BMW facility anywhere in the world. Bigger than all our German plants, bigger than, of course, our newer plants in, for example, China. So I think, we are in this phase at the moment of still building. And in essence, from just a few years ago, Spartanburg will be 3 times the size that it was. So you could say the footprint is actually 3 plants now, as we've added more capacity and more production. So I think Spartanburg is one of our key focus points. We'll make 450,000 cars there. The last year we sold roughly 400,000 cars. It's not a bad balance, and that gives us one of the hedges on the dollar, which I think with the volatility we see in the world today is an important facet as well.